Hello guys, my name is Vishal. In this video, let's have a look on this tool called Live Paint. I've already covered a video on Live Paint, but that was on the tool perspective, and I have got here the Live Paint options in the menu. So I want to explain all of them. So what is Live Paint generally is, if you remember your school day assignments, drawing assignments, they used to give you a black outline picture and you're asked to fill that with the pastels or the sketch pens. So very similarly, if you want to fill colors in the shapes or paths which we have here, we can use this live paint tool. But before going into that, we need to make the object to the live paint and then start filling it. So there are certain limitations where we can fill and where we cannot fill and all that stuff. But before going into that, I would like to cover how this live paint is used, and later on we will discuss on how and where the live paint should be used and where should not be avoided. So let's start with that. Here I have got a image. I've downloaded it from internet, and it's a clip art, basically a vector clip art, and it is a raster image. It's in pixels, it's not a vector art at all. And if you could able to see, there are some watermarks also on that. So I'm going to select this particular image, and then I'm going to choose this tool called image trace, and then just click. Then what it does is it will convert this JPEG image into a vector illustration. Okay, now if you could see, this is just a vector shape, and then when I apply this live paint, okay, still it's not working. Let me try why it's not working. I will go to the object and then say expand it. So I'm expanding it, and then you got the object. Let me try this once again, and you could able to see make live paint is on. You can use a keyboard shortcut of Alt Control X, then you are ready to go for live painting. So if you just see here, the live paint is on. That's the reason it's locked right now. Now you have to select a tool here called live paint bucket tool, and then just hover your cursor over the shape. Okay, you can just select any of the color. Okay, and then when you hover it, you should able to see there are three swatches in this. If you could see, that's a red color. I can just click and fill that red color there. And I have made a video on how these things work, so you can refer that video for better understanding. I'm not going to cover how I can fill things here and all that stuff. I'm just talking about the options which are available. But you want more details, you just refer the video which I've shared in the link in the description. So I can use the left arrow and then change the color and then start filling the other color. So what you are able to see is like just filling colors, no matter how many paths are there, how many shapes are there. It doesn't count at all. Just you can go and just fill it just by that paint bucket tool. Okay, so I have got this object right now. Okay, I'm going to select this, and we have a option called merge. I could see the merge is not really working right now, and the reason is, let's say you want to bring in new paths and shapes here, you can generally bring and then merge that to this live painting. So what I am going to do here is I'm going to choose a tool here which is a pencil tool, and then just draw some curves like that. Okay, now select all of them and then go to object, live paint, and you should able to see there is an option called merge. So you need to just click that one. Now once that is done, okay, you should able to see the merge, the curves are visible on the painting tool. Now just select the live paint again. Okay, make sure that you have selected some color, and then I'm going to fill the colors, and you should able to see that it is respecting the curves which we have drawn here. Okay, so there's a cut here, you could able to see that. Okay, so that's a merge for you. Okay, so you can completely go on filling this and make a beautiful illustration out of the vectors which you have got with you. And we have this option called release, and we have an option called expand. Okay, what that generally does is, when I apply release, it will create a, I'll just click that button and see what happens is it will create a outline with a 0.5 thickness and with no fill. Okay, that's how it is basically the release button will do. Okay, whereas if I just choose the expand, then it will convert into the paths as regular expand tool generally does it. So it will be now different objects. Okay, for that again I need to do ungroup and then separate it, and then you get it there. Okay, so you have gap options also. Generally when you're let's say if I go to the gap options, you have small gaps, medium gaps, large gaps, and custom gaps. As I told you, it is there in a video which I have already done. You can refer that. But on a quick note, when I just I'll just go first and then make it a live paint, and then choose the bucket tool, and then when I start filling this, okay, what happens is when there are shapes which are too close to it, it will, you know, it will fill that also, even though that shape is basically separate. But make sure that that shape is let's say there is a slight gap also that will generally fill the colors. Okay, so gap options is all about that. Just explore that, refer my other video, and then let me know if you have any questions on it.